Hello, all. My name is Bill McDaniel. I'm a resident of Wittenberg Place. I'm here today to relate an important event in my life, specifically Father Flanagan's Boys Town. Before I begin, please allow me to tell you 4 major facts in my life. 1, I found God and allowed Jesus inside my heart where it could talk with me every day. My wife Nancy, whom God gave me 66 years of love, plus 2 wonderful boys. Then Father Flanagan's Boys Town, near Omaha, Nebraska, allowed me the opportunity to have a home here in Patterson, Wickenburg Place. You gave me a home and a family. Now there, what about me? I was born in Little Washington, PA Hospital, November 1937, and located in Claysville, Pennsylvania, for most of my younger years at least. Here my dad gave me a BB gun and told me not to shoot at people or animals, so I shot out the garage windows. Well, did I get a whooping. There my family broke up and my brother went to West Virginia. I went with my mother to Pittsburgh. My mother was a nurse. As time passed, I was traveling in the wrong company, so my mother contacted Father Flanagan's Boys Town for help. Boys Town agreed to accept me immediately. They arranged for an airline ticket to Omaha. There the counselor met me at the airport and took me in a van to Boys Town. There is much to say, but we have to wait for the next video at least. New incoming boys were housed in a special building for a couple of weeks before they were assigned, in my case, grade school, home building. The reason for the 2-week separation was to orientate one to Boys Town environment, expectations, and responsibilities. Also, I was given a detailed tour of the campus so I could find all the activities. Then I was taken to the grade school, introduced to all the teachers, and sat down to go to work. My new home was a 2-story building with 4 sections of dormitories that accommodated maybe 25 boys. Once located, a counselor met me to, just help me get along and fill all my needs. Time passed quickly, and I soon found I was ready for high school. I was moved to another section of Boys Town, into a cottage with 16 other boys who were at various grades, sophomores, seniors. One of the boys was a commissioner who basically ran the cottage. He was a senior. My cottage was number 35. A counselor lived in the same place with us to give us the chance to get settled and who provided all our needs as times passed. Once in the cottage, you were required to manage your life in all aspects. Although help was available with the counselor, you were given a monthly allowance, which you could use to buy items from the on-site store. I saved for 3 months for an Alaskan-style heavy winter coat, is one example. High school was the different life, packed with opportunities. We had a campus dining room where we took turns serving our cottage family style. Here is where the elected mayor of Boys Town was in charge. He was typically a senior. Opportunities galore at Boys Town. Sports. We had a covered field house where there was an Olympic pool, volleyball, football, baseball, and more. We had a large screen theater where movies and stage events were held. Here is where I got my experience in stage plays. Here's one that lingers in my mind. One day, my English teacher came to me and says, "Bill, how would you like to make some extra points?" I says, "Why not? Give me a chance." He says, "We're forming a dramatics club, a place where you have to learn your part and you take turns taking the lead." So I joined the club to get those extra points. Well, as it would have it, I did various different parts and different plays, and it was fun. Well, it became my turn to take the lead. This time, I was to play Cleopatra, believe it or not. Well, the play got going very well. We had costumes and all. And when my part came in the play, where I was to enter the stage and sit on the throne, I walked out in this garment and everything. It was up to about my knees. And I walked over and sat on the throne. When I did, like gentlemen, you normally just sit down and your knees spread apart. The crowd went crazy. I couldn't figure out what they were laughing and screaming about. And then I figured out it was the way I was sitting. So I did this. I closed my knees and the house almost fell apart. Well, that was my experience at Cleopatra, and they didn't let me forget it. We had a large music department where I found my interest. Having piano lessons in the past, a teacher was assigned to me, and I became pretty good at the piano. Then I was asked if I liked to play the pipe organ in the chapel. A number of weeks later, I began playing following Mass. The high school band needed a flutist as well, and I thought I'd give it a try if they would teach me. I did, and I marched in the band. Next opportunity with the orchestra needing someone to play the cello. I said I'd try, but my teacher was the second soloist in the Omaha Symphony. I played, but the sound was terrible. I also tested for the concert choir, but I just didn't have a voice. We had a trade school where my offerings I chose bakery. I have a story there that caused a stir. I forgot the salt to put it in the bread, and I ruined that batch of bread, and the boys didn't like it at all. My life was changed, as were hundreds of other boys, needing a push in the right directions. Want to know more about me? Just track me down at Wickenburg Place or at the ALC lobby area. Thank you for listening to my story.